unbeatable.
Hello there, fellow YouTube viewers, and welcome to my channel, where I'll be discussing anything and everything related to Pokemon. Now, today's topic is one I've wanted to cover for quite a while, and that is, when exactly can we see the Pokemon franchise ending? As of 2019, it has been 24 years since the Pokemon franchise was created by Satoshi Tajiri way back in 1995. Currently, the franchise has over 800 Pokemon and 7 main series Pokemon regions, with an anime that has debuted over 1,000 episodes. Now, after having accomplished all these different feats, you think that Pokemon will be ready to pack it up at this point. Well, that's what I aim to focus on in this video. I'll dive in and discuss 3 theories for when the Pokemon franchise will finally shut down production and retire. Now, this leads us to our first theory, a theory I like to call the Pokemon Master Theory. In the anime, Ash always states that he wants to become a Pokemon Master.
I will journey to gain the wisdom of Pokemon training, and I hereby declare to the Pokemon of the world, I will be a Pokemon Master! Pokemon Master!
The only problem is, what exactly does that mean? Does it mean he wants to become a league champion? Does it mean he wants to catch every Pokemon possible? I mean, it's not like you can go out and get your master's degree in Pokemon or anything like that. Just look at this sentence. I want to be a Pokemon Master. The only issue with this sentence is it is so ambiguous. It can literally mean anything. What I think this means is that Ash will only be a Pokemon Master once he views it through his own eyes that he has finally experienced and achieved everything that he has wanted to do in the Pokemon world. The writers will most likely end the story arc with Ash having an epiphany that he has finally reached his dream of being a Pokemon Master all along. Moving on to our next theory, a theory that I'm very fond of, one that I call the tree theory. Nope, not Trico theory. Said tree theory. Ah, that's better. We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I guess 8 Pokemon professors named after trees, if you want to count that psychopath Professor Willow. And if we count on Pokemon ending after they have used every tree name for every professor, and if there are 60,065 different tree species in the world, and Pokemon has been around for roughly 24 years at this point, and given us 8 different tree name professors, that means we get a new professor on average every 3 years. So, if we take away the 8 tree names from the current 60,065 and divide that number by 3 years, that means the Pokemon franchise won't end for another 20,019 years. Now that's a long time. I don't know about you, but I really hope it never gets to that point, because there will probably be over 1,000 Pokemon games, and also I'll be dead. And I don't know about you guys, but have you ever tried to play video games when you're dead? Well, it's not easy. This brings us to our third and final theory, a theory I call the profitability theory. As I hope most of us know, Pokemon is produced and sold by a company. And the purpose of many companies is to, make that green stuff that everyone's so obsessed with for some reason. Because, who needs money? I certainly don't, because I got knowledge. If we look at this chart for sales of Pokemon games over the last 2 decades, we'll see that the sales for Pokemon games, adjusting for inflation, have been on a slow decline. I mean, we do see boosts in sales later on for new original releases, such as Diamond and Pearl, Black and White, and X and Y, but as a whole, there is a downward trend. Let's look at another graphic. This data on Pokemon Go in its prime shows that less than 25% of players were between the ages of 13 and 17. This is what scares me. I think younger kids are looking towards other forms of gaming entertainment besides Pokemon titles. This is why I think in the US that the Pokemon anime ended up moving from Cartoon Network to Disney XD. It's just not something younger kids want to watch anymore. Today it's all about Fortnite and Steam games. While I think most of Pokemon's actual revenue is coming from the older audiences who are just trying to recapture their childhood. But I think we'll be okay for a while. Pokemon games are still selling extremely well. Nintendo has shown no signs of slowing down. That about wraps everything up. If you guys made it to this point in the video, I really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos where I look a little deeper into Pokemon as a franchise, please like and subscribe. Let me get your feedback in the comments. And everyone, stay golden.